Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I think it's been over a week since I last posted a video, which has been a long time since I opened up this channel. I got really backed up for a little while. I had a whole bunch of videos that needed to be edited. Now that all of those are up, I need to get back on track again. So that being said, in this video I wanted to talk a little bit about the narcissist fabricating stories and events that may or may not have happened in your guys' relationship together. This can be both in a romantic relationship with a narcissist as well as, a friend or a family member. But if you ever notice, if you are in the narcissist's life for a long period of time, they have this ability to make you seem like you don't remember a lot of things, or that you remember things a completely opposite way of how it actually happened or went down, and that's just not the case or how it really happened. Damn well it isn't, but they make you have those few moments of self-doubt, and they do this honestly to get a reaction out of you and to see if they are going to be able to get their way with whatever it is that they're trying to do. For example, in my relationship with my narcissist husband at the time, he would always make up, and it wasn't all of the time, but anytime that he wanted something, he would say something along the lines of, "Oh, I remember when we first started dating, you used to always do this one thing for me, and I wouldn't even have to ask you. You were just so excited to do it." And it could be anything. It could be doing their laundry. It could be cleaning their house. Anything that's going to benefit them in some way, shape, or form. And I sat there staring at him for a little while, and I was thinking, what? Like, where in the world? And that is the whole entire thing behind a narcissist, is they want to see what kind of reaction they're going to get out of you. And they gauge this to see how you're going, not only are you going to react to it, but to see if you're actually going to do the thing, because you just might believe that you might have actually done that thing for them in the past in the demeanor that they said you did. Like, you were just so happy to clean up their mess after them that you didn't complain. Or maybe you don't like ironing, or maybe you don't iron or don't need to iron, so you don't. And they demand that you do it all of the time. They're gonna say that you used to be so happy to iron my clothes for me, and now you act like it's a chore and you don't do it anymore. And I remember you used to be so pleased with it, like you liked it, it was your favorite thing to do. And they're hoping that you're not going to question what they say, and they want to see you pause and think about it to see if they're going to be able to get away with what they said or not. And in my case, when my narcissist did this to me, I sat there staring at him for a second, and during this particular conversation, I had already been so done with his games and his stories and his lies and just everything about him. I had already emotionally separated myself from the relationship and all of my feelings, everything involving him. And so I knew what he was trying to do during this time. And while he was testing me, I was also testing him. So I didn't say anything at first. And of course, this led him to think that I was questioning my own memory. And so, of course, it immediately brought a smirk to his face, because he thought that there was a small chance that he was going to be able to get away with this thing. And the longer that I sat there staring at him, the bigger his smile got. And I shook my head a little bit, and in a very calm voice, I asked him, "Why do you make these things up? Tom, why do you make up stories like that?" And he shrugged, didn't say anything at first. A couple seconds of silence went by, and he said, I just wanted to see what you would say. Because at this point, remember, I had already been done with my narcissist, and so he kind of knew that I wasn't going to be as easily wooed or as easily be able to fall for his tricks as I might have been in the years before this. And that was it. And he didn't even bat an eyelash. He just continued on watching TV, didn't say anything else about it, nothing. And it was the strangest experience because he knew that he was making something up, and it didn't even bother him that he knew that I knew that he was lying and that he was making something up just to get a reaction, and it just completely unfazed him. And, you know, I still, to this day, it still bothers me that he tried to do that, because I don't question my own memory anymore when it comes to him, because I know that what I recall is the truth, despite all of the convoluted thoughts that he's tried to put in my head because of it. You know, it could have went a number of ways. They could be, like I said before, they could be making up so many things. And that's the thing about the narcissist. That's what they do. They try to fabricate stories so that the people around them and the people in their life that they're getting the majority of their supply from will question their own actions and their own thoughts and try to change it so that it caters more towards the narcissist than anybody else in their life. And that's the narcissist's whole goal, is being able to control and hustle and swindle everybody into doing what they want because it benefits them. And there's no other reason for it. And even if you know deep down that that's just not how that thing happened, the narcissist will do everything in their power to make you doubt your own memory, to the point where you just say, you know what, forget it, you're right, let's just drop it. Or, you know, maybe I'm not remembering it correctly, whatever it is. That's their whole goal. Memory can be a tricky thing already as it is, but when you throw a narcissist in the mix, it's even more frustrating than it would be any other time. So those are my feelings and my little piece of advice on that. So I hope you guys got something out of that. As always, there is an email in the description box where you guys can send your own stories or video ideas or anything you want to talk about to that email. It is a private email. Your name or story will not be shared without written permission from you. And I look forward to chatting with you guys in the next video.